Glad to have you with us from Thomas Robinson Stadium. A couple of teams hoping to head into the offseason feeling the momentum of a victory in the Xbox Bowl. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Weather could be a factor. For more on that, we go to Holly Rowe.
As you know, we're late in the college football season, and weather is going to be a factor in some of these bowl games. That is the case here today. It is a little bit cloudy and windy down here on the field. I did talk to both quarterbacks before the game. They do not expect it to be a problem. They expect to open it up and have a terrific bowl game here today. I'll keep you posted on how the weather is impacting the play calling as we go along. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers' offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Ahmad Hardy. This guy's one of the best running backs in all of college football, and he'll get the rock in this one.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Razorbacks offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Jackson going to throw it. Here's the pressure. Escapes the sack. Had to throw it before he wanted. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Catches it at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides to the back. Turns it on in midfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we've got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Simmons on play action. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
So now it's second and long. Throwing Simmons. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Makes his man miss. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Simmons to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Right down the middle. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Razorbacks take their first time out. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hardy. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Missouri!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got it in the middle, it's clapped. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Jackson will throw. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the tight end. The sure hands, it's Platt. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Platt. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation.
A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Snags it quickly on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Rushes on him, and they got him.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that, and I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Makes a move. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. One more time, it's Hardy. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Running the red zone, it's Hardy. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. On first down, it's Hardy again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Here's Hardy. Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jackson will throw. Looking down the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
Yeah, and what a good job by the defense. The objective number one in the passing game, get pressure on the quarterback, get hits, because those hits, Palmer, they add up, don't they?
They do, and for this quarterback, he's going to have to do a really good job moving forward of not seeing ghosts and not letting those hits you're talking about start to affect him. That won't be the last time he gets hit in this game. This is a pass rush that can get home, so this guy's physical toughness and his mental toughness is now going to get challenged.
It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Fires downfield. Working the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
We've already seen the give.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off.